All right, this video segment is about our air wall track adapter. This is a pretty innovative but simple piece that you can use to streamline the installation of our angle light system in most of all the hotels across the country. Now, let me just go over the basics of the structure of this piece, because it is a little bit different, and I want to make sure you understand it. Now, as you can see on the back side, we have a wing. That is a movable wing. This is the piece that turns and grabs onto the faceplate of the air wall track. And we have two rubber feet here that align it within the track. This is simply to keep it straight, so when you go to turn the handle and lock it down, it doesn't spin away from you. So this wing right here, when you go to install it, should be in line with your feet, and you should be able to go straight up into the track and rotate the handle. Now, this is a different handle, meaning the way that we're locking it down is different. We're not tightening, we're actually loosening the handle. We're actually going counterclockwise to tighten it down. In fact, if you look really close, as I do this by hand, the wing actually is going tighter, locking down onto the plate. And when you go back the opposite way, the wing will stop and straighten out with your rubber feet. And when you tighten it down, it stays in alignment like this. Now, one little critical component here that I want you to pay attention to. There is a rubber little washer right here between the handle and the bracket itself. This rubber washer allows for you to tighten the handle down and get what I call rotational control. So when you hold on to the handle, if you just simply rotate, everything stays in alignment and you have control of the actual bracket. This is quite important because once it's on top of your pole, you want to be able to align it to the track. So tightening it all the way and locking it in makes your handle pretty rigid, and it doesn't just spin freely. So that in fact what would happen here, if you notice, I can just do this now. That's not going to work well when you go to put it up there. So when you tighten it down, you lock it in. Now you have control. It doesn't move. It could if I hit it hard enough, but not in normal cases. And this should be in alignment. It's very simple. You simply take a fixture, you magnetically attach it. It's on there. It's extremely well connected. This particular clamp can hold up to 4 different fixtures. 4 angle lights or 2 angle light wash fixtures. In this case, we have an air wall track adapter above me. Now, this is just a freestanding system. Obviously, the track is not going to move, but this one will. So if you see it moving a little bit, you know why. All of the handles on our brackets, as you'll see, are steel. You'll see that they are meant to lock right into our pole system and magnetically attach, allowing you to raise it to the ceiling. So in this case, I'm going to take our pole system, I'm going to attach it, and because I've tightened it enough, as you can see, I actually have control by rotating the pole. I can actually place the bracket and fixtures in alignment with the track. So remember, just the point at which this has to be straight. Just keep that in mind. If this is off to the side, it will not go into your track because it has to be in alignment with the feet. So now I'm going to raise the fixtures up and show you how this locks into the track, which is quite easy. So in this case, since I only have this a few feet above me, I'm not even going to have to extend my pole. If you did, I would simply move this out like this. Keep your fixtures away, keep your fixture heads away from where your pole is, just so you don't hit anything when you release it. You would simply raise it up, and what you're looking to do is place the fixtures right in line with the track. It's pretty easy to see a straight line, and once it goes in, you're going to see that the surface of the bracket becomes obviously in line and flat on the faceplate of the air wall track. Now, you want to keep your pressure on the pole. You want to push up at all times. If you obviously would let go right now, it would simply come straight back out. But all you have to do is turn the pole counterclockwise, and at this point, If I let it go, it stays because the wing has turned. Now you just simply push it back up and you start to, I call it loosen, but it's actually tightening. And it locks down to the track faceplate. Remember, we're not going way up into the track. We're not trying to align teeth and components with each individual track system throughout the country. We're simply locking to the faceplate. Because our fixtures are so lightweight, we can do this and it is more than strong enough to hold our system in place. Now, once this is tight, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to continue to crank this down. It just has to be snug and you know it's locked in place. The way you get this off is like you would even an angle light. You simply have to break the magnetic hold surface by simply bending it, which you have all the leverage in the world with the pole, and you pull down and you remove it. So it's very simple, especially with the longer pole where there's more weight. It's simply, you just simply bend and pull down ever so slightly and it comes right off. It's that simple. So imagine for a minute you have a 40 light system going in. You attach 4 fixtures to your clamp and you install them in just a moment or so. We're talking 60 seconds per clamp. Imagine how fast that goes up. Let's try this again. I'm going to go up. Now, when you go to take this down, all you have to do is rotate, and you'll notice that the magnet is so powerful in the pole, it locks right in. Locks in enough to actually hang the pole straight like this without any issue at all. In this case, we're working in reverse. To take it down, you're going to tighten the clamp. Right when you tighten, the wing immediately becomes straight again, in line with the track. And I don't have to go all the way. I can simply just take it down. And it's ready to go. I take my lights off the bracket, put them in the case, put the bracket in a box, and we're done. 4 fixtures in less than probably 15 seconds come down. So the speed at which you install, remove, and then of course if you combine our focus tool with obviously adjusting the beams onto each floral arrangement or food station or anything, the speed at which you're moving is well beyond anything you could ever imagine. No more ladders, no more lifts. You don't have to worry about working with power going up into the airwall track. You don't have to worry about any of these issues that typically everyone else, obviously because of the fixtures being dimmable, very simple. It's just a fast, beautiful installation. So let's do this again. Now, I'm going to do this in steps with the pole still on. I'm going to tighten this down. Now, if you were working with 2 people or even by yourself, you would tighten the handle just like this. You would make sure your wing is in alignment with your feet. And then you would make sure you have rotational control. Pretty simple once you know it's locked. Walk up to your airwall track. Make sure you stay in alignment with the track. Come up, go right in. Very simple. Right when you turn 90 degrees, going counterclockwise, it locks, and I'll demonstrate. There it is. It's not tight to the track, but it's not coming down either. But push back up on it, and then continue to loosen, which is tightening. Okay, keep that in mind. Go to the point where you feel it lock. There it is. Stops. That's where you know you've got total control. Bend and release. It's that simple. Now you can put the focus tool on, reach up, focus, and then of course remove. And lock back in, tighten, take it down, and you're ready to roll. It's that easy, that fast, and what can I say? Pretty amazing, isn't it? That is just one of our clamp systems designed to go with our pole and our multi-tool system, but as usual, my goal is to change the entire workflow of how you work within a venue, especially a tough one, such as a hotel with tall ceilings and airwall tracks. This is definitely worth the money. Imagine that. All right, guys, thank you so much. Check out other videos with our other clamps. You'll see just how much we can help you work in other venues as well. Thanks.